Hey guys, just got off the IRE call. This is what I set up. This is sort of my intro and tag shot for all of my packages. I use the word package loosely. Yesterday I didn't have time because I got a last minute interview that didn't have audio. So this is what I put together. And I was able to essentially tell a story with bullet points yesterday, cutting between the wide shot of me in front of it and a second camera that I have set up here that was intended to be sort of a tight shot on the monitor. Unfortunately, the picture quality wasn't as great as I had hoped. I had to throw some filters on it. It's not pretty. I will work on that. I'm using PowerPoint and an HDMI cable to get the video from my computer to the wall. I shouldn't say video, it's a graphic, actually. This is my standard plasma graphic that we use at the station. I had them send me a copy of that. And then I created full screens with obviously bullet point reveals. I have an HDMI cable plugged into my laptop running across the room when I need the graphics, and then I roll it up since I have small children. We just moved like 2 months ago, and this office was not set up as of last weekend. So I had my husband do a little manual laboring. He ran a cable into the wall through a chase down the bottom, which allows me to then roll this cable out here and connect to the TV without having any wires hanging behind it. I run the PowerPoint remotely through my mouse. I'm sure many of you have an actual PowerPoint remote. I do not. This is probably the most important thing from a visual standpoint. I bought this for 30 bucks on Amazon. I know B&H has one for like 100 bucks. This is a cheap one that works just fine. The great thing about this is that it can hold an iPad and an iPhone. As you know, for a plethora of reasons, sometimes you need one or the other. This actually sold for my daughter. This is her iPad because I don't own one. This is my station phone, and then of course I have my personal phone, which allows me to get multiple angles. This particular light is run by a USB cord, which I have plugged into my main computer. I have a cell phone for a second angle as my backup. And this light is cool because for just 30 bucks, you can change the color temperature from cool to warm to whatever that is. You can bring the light up and bring it down. I don't know if you can tell, but it's getting dimmer. Obviously, this is important if you're standing in front of a monitor because it's going to have a different color temperature. So I had to play around with that to get the right color temperature. You may have noticed that the monitor is backlit. That's thanks to these cheap little construction lights that my dad got us at Home Depot when we moved and we were doing work around the house. They're battery operated and rechargeable. You could probably just use any flashlight though. Point one up, point one down, and you've got some nice backlighting. The biggest struggle I have right now is the mic cable. I cannot find one that plugs into an iPad that is long enough for me to actually do what I'd like to do and get close enough to the monitor. So right now I'm all up in your face on the camera. I do have a couple of other options that I've not been able to accomplish, but maybe you guys can. I do have a station mic with a much longer cable that is an XLR, and I know they make XLR to audio jack adapters. And I think I found an XLR to a lightning adapter as well, like an iPhone adapter, but it was like 200 bucks. I'm not going to spend that. And so far, all of the adapters I've been able to find either won't get here until like May, or they're just way too much money. And for what it's worth, this is all the gear that I've bought over the years that is doing me absolutely no good right now. For one reason or another, just doesn't work as advertised, or it's just not been helpful. Actually, this is a little thing you can clip onto your iPhone. It's a light, and it's supposed to get your kids to look at the camera. #newsbomb. And this has come in really handy as I've been trying to shoot stuff with my cell phone and light stuff, for what it's worth. These lenses have also come in handy if I need a wide angle or a macro to shoot cutaway stuff. These are super cheap. You can get them anywhere. I still have my Handycam, which I haven't tried to use yet, but I'm sure many of you have an old camcorder at home, might be worth breaking out. That's what I got right now. I hope that it is helpful to you.